are out there packing right now. The sprint cars just got done. These guys are doing their speed week. They're going to be following us the whole time. And then we have our speed week, ISCS Week of Speed. But what's up, guys, and welcome back to today's video. First off, I hope you're all having a great day today. It is round number 2 here at the Cottage Grove Speedway. We're going to be jumping into this one, and it's going to be good. Like I said, packing just got over. The track looks pretty greasy, especially around the bottom. I think qualifying, which is going to be up next, we're in group number 2, and we have 28 sprint cars on tap tonight. I think it's going to be maybe like 2 or 3 feet off the top, maybe a little bit more than that, right through the middle. Cottage Grove is one of my favorite tracks, so I'm hoping to make it a great day of racing. See, the track's greasy right now, but earlier in the day, it looked like it hadn't been touched since Saturday, the last time they raced here. Here is a clip of that. So I think it may be wet on the surface, but I think by the time the heat races roll around, it's going to be slick, and maybe by the time the A main rolls around, it could be rubber down. Not sure. We're just going to have to watch the track conditions closely tonight. But ISCS round number 2 at Cottage Grove, let's get into it. It's going to be a great day. Let's see if we can get our first career sprint car main event win. We finished second last time we were here.
First car to roll out in the 18T. This young man was 9th last night. The Lafarge North America, Modern Machinery, Durango RV, Future Farms of Roseburg, Commercial Collision, Sundance Signs, Johnny Cat Incorporated, KPC out of Jacksonville, Tanner Holmes. So we have a tie for fastest, 12.896 between the 7 of Tyler Thompson and the 18T of Tanner Holmes.
This just shows how greasy it was out there in qualifying. I gave the guy in front of me about a straightaway. I caught him, and he just sprayed mud right at me. I even had to pull a few tear-offs in there. So how it works in ISCS, if you guys are new to the channel, it only is group qualifying, so all the overall time doesn't even matter. So I was quick time in my group, well, technically quick time. I was tied. We had the exact same time. Me and last night's winner, Tyler Thompson, he did really good last night at Coos Bay. I guess we had the exact same time, so I'm gonna go figure out how that works, because really I wanna be starting in the outside on the heat race. I don't wanna be on the inside, so I'm gonna see if I can get any way I can to make sure I get those points and all. So, greasy track out there. I think, earlier I said I thought it'd be slick by the heats. I don't think it will be, but I guess we'll just have to see what the surface is under as some of these other sprint cars go out there and rip up the track. So great way to start off the night. The white gloves are really doing their job. Gotta thank them. They're looking good out there in the car. It is time to head out for our heat race for the second one of 4 for the sprint cars. So this is how they ended up doing it. We both got points for being first, and then there it is. So how they ended up doing it is they both gave us the points, so we both got 15 points, and then our second fastest lap determined whether we started inside or outside of row number 3. And my only concern going into the heat race is the track is still hooked up. It's gonna make it tough to pass out there. I really need to get 2 cars at the least, but also at the same time, if no one really passes in their heat races, then we should be looking pretty good. But they're calling us again for our heat race. It's time to head out. race is over. I started 5th, ended up fell back to 6th. The track is just so fast right now, and it's tough to pass. If I would have started on the outside, I think I would have maybe got a better start. Just, I don't know, the outside always does here at Cottage Grove. You can kind of get a little bit of a run on that banking where it's still really greasy on the bottom. I didn't get the greatest start, but I'm literally wide open. Some of these guys are pulling away, and I tried to get a little bit of a better line. Then I caught back up to 5th, but some of these guys are all over, and it's just tough to pass, especially when, like I said, there's not a lot of momentum. It's just all wide open. It's just how hard can you put the pedal down? So, like I said, you can just tell by looking at the car, still really, really muddy, hooked up out there. And we don't have any other guys besides the dwarfs tonight, so I don't really know what that's going to do to the track. Maybe it's going to be pretty hooked up in the A main event. I'm going to go watch the last T race, see what the track's doing, and then watch the dwarf cars. So we just got out after the B main event. I know you guys are probably thinking, what do you mean B main event? I haven't got a chance to vlog much today, even like, it seems like Speedweek's just so hectic like that. So we ended up having to run the B, just because their format, I don't really know. I guess since I went backwards, I lost points, and just all this other stuff goes into it. And so we didn't even make the show, even though we qualified quick time. I feel like the format they have hurts the qualifiers so much that to guys that qualified 5th in my group, he won the heat race from 2nd, got passing points, and made the show. So they in the redraw. So I don't really know how that works. Had to run the B, started front row outside, won it, just ripped the top down, and it's still pretty heavy up out there. They're calling the dwarfs, and then I have to hop back in and get in for ISCS round number 2 A main here at Cottage Grove. So I need to get going, and we're gonna start like deep. So maybe we can be the hard charger tonight. We're usually that anyway. So gonna head out here soon. So I got all my tear-offs on, that's a check. The car setup, we're finishing all the last minute adjustments, that's a check. Now I just need to make sure I stay hydrated because it's not really hot. It was hot earlier, and we're all racing at that. I mean, B mains, you guys probably know how those things are. They are nerve-wracking no matter what. It doesn't matter if you're the fastest car in the whole entire world. You could break, you get caught up with a lap car, you could get caught up with someone else. So I'm glad we made it through that. We're gonna start 17th in tonight's feature. Like I said, really, really fast on the top. I moved my wing back a little bit. That made the car tight on the bottom. It didn't matter. I just knew I had to go to the top, and I had to run that line to make it stick. And it was really fast up there. We pulled away. So now, like I said, 17th in the feature. I'm gonna be getting in right now. were fast. You know, I felt good on long runs. I could get past people. I felt like I passed a lot more cars than I actually did, but I guess not. I mean, past 11 cars tonight was really good. Just need a few yellows, and that's usually how our nights goes though. I don't know why, but whenever I start up front, I can't hold on to it, but whenever I start in the back and I have to go forward, I can rip around some guys. So, passing fast cars tonight, really almost had 5th at the end. I was giving them all I had. I just didn't want to junk it for it, but I was really trying and driving it so hard. Had both lines rolling, was moving the wing back and forth, car felt fast, and put her 6th tonight, so not too bad.
What do you think, top or bottom?
Both lines were fast. 3 and 4 is a little sketchy. There wasn't much to lean on, so you really had to watch. 1 and 2, there's a big old curb to kind of run on, and I just had to keep moving my wing. If I was on the bottom, I had to get my wing all the way forward because I was too tight, and when I ran the back, or ran up top, I had to just move the wing way far in the back to get some drive because there just wasn't a lot up there, so car was fast.
Hey, way to throw it in there. You did your best, dude. Good job.
Well, it seems like we're pretty good at starting in the back at Cottage Grove and going forward, so felt good to get a good run. Wish it could have been, you know, a few more yellows. Think we were a top 3 car, and I thought we would have made it to the scales tonight, you know, made it top 3, but otherwise good run, and we're gonna pack up and we got 4 more nights ahead of us. Lights are getting shut off. Everything is shutting down here at the Cottage Grove Speedway. I will admit, I wish this was like Western Sprint Tour and we came here twice. I just love this racetrack so much. Tonight I was actually a little bit thinking I didn't like how it was turning out. It was so hooked up through the night, but in the main it came around and it was awesome. You can just see here, the bottom has so much grip, and this is where I was running. Usually down here in 3 and 4, you're on the top, but it's so dark. I would go show you over there, but it's so skinny getting in, and then it gets a little bit more grip as it comes out, which makes it tough on entry, especially if you go off the edge. You really don't want to do that, and it was pretty easy to tonight if you made a mistake on entry. But great track. Brian Crockett always brings it around and does an awesome job. On exit here, if you caught the grip, you're really fast, and then on exit up here at the top of 3 and 4, it was really fast. If you just keep it in, the problem is, like I said, just the entry was so tough, and it was skinny, and you really got to hit your marks there. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and share. I think we were the hard charger tonight. They haven't really said I was or not, but I mean, I'm pretty sure I was the only guy because I passed 11 cars. So we're gonna get that extra $100 and a cool plaque, I guess. It's pretty cool.
Congratulations, buddy. Look at that. You get a plaque and you get $100.
I'll take it. Thank you.
Thank you, but I'm gonna get you a picture.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So that's usually what we've been doing lately. Western Sprint Tour and this. It was funny, someone commented on the live streams, Hard Charging Holmes. So between the YouTube kid and Hard Charging Holmes, I guess this might be my nicknames. Anyway, we'll see you guys all for round number 3 tomorrow in Lebanon, Oregon. The big 1/3 mile. It's a pretty good sized track tomorrow, so we're gonna be having a lot of fun there. I'll see you guys then. Deuces.